Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am going to teach you how to make like a framework kind of. Well, what I'm going to teach you is how to use the main um, method instead of using the win main method to create a window. But what I mean instead of using the win main method is even though you still have to use it when let's say you have to make a new project, you don't have to go back and um, go through the whole process of creating window and registering the class and creating the window itself. So I'm gonna teach you how to make like a little framework. This is perfect if you're making, let's say, a game engine or something to make it easier to create a window instead of, going through the whole process. Okay, so first we will create a new project, Win console application. I'm going to name the project as is. Make sure it's a click next and make sure it's an empty project. Click finish. Also, what you might want to do is change the platform version to your current version of the Windows SDK. That way you don't have to run into problems and all of that. You can stay safe. You can even change the version you're using, either 64 or 32. Okay, so we're going to create the class. This is going to be a class. And I'm gonna call this Windows. So, and create the virtual destructor. Even though we're not gonna do anything with it, but it's good to add it in case for the future. And move that. Okay. And no, if not defined, window and define it. Also, I'm assuming um, what everything means because I cannot explain it. I'll show you how to do it and the code and all that, but I assume you understand what everything means. If you don't know, I suggest you go learn what everything means, because I will not be explaining this in this tutorial. So then Windows H. Okay, then we gotta define Win32 lean and mean, and then include the Windows, the Windows header, Windows. Yeah. Although I don't know why I even put an S, because it's not more than one window, it's just a window. But for this tutorial, I guess. Yeah, don't get confused with this window, okay? These are two different windows. The Windows header file. Okay, so bring back the Windows class, and okay, we're going to add a void method, create view, I'm going to call it, and I'm going to make a private method, which is the win main method. That way it's inaccessible to the rest of the, only you can, well, I mean, it's not that only you can access it, but you know, if you're creating a Windows object, you won't get the Win main as an option, so you can't use it. Okay, so Win main. Man, I cannot type today. Okay, so we're gonna get the H instances and the previous instance. Okay, then lfstr lp command line, and then int cmd show. Well, I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, so that's it for the header file. That's it for the header file. Okay, so now we go in here and wait. Let's save everything, but we're gonna come into create a definition, so it's already there for us. Makes things easier and quicker. Okay, so now let's create the window class. So the window class X WC, I'm gonna name it, and then okay, so first we're gonna get the CB size, and that's the size of the class X. And then style is CS, oh wait, no, CS what oh, I forgot the H redraw, and then CSV redraw. Okay, then the LPFN WinProc, and that is WinProc. Don't worry, we haven't defined it yet, so if you get an error, it's okay. We'll leave it like that because we're gonna add it later on. Okay, so okay, so we're gonna the next thing is the CB CLS extra, and that's 0, and then the CB window extra is 0, then H instance is 0, then the next thing is the icon, so icon equals load icon. Man, okay, so null remains the IDI application. I believe this is the default one that they use. So yeah, so then we're gonna go ahead and automatically get the small icon, load icon, null IDI, same thing, application. Then it's the cursor, so h cursor equals load cursor null and the IDC arrow. That's what we're in. That's this arrow. Well, this arrow right here. Okay, so then is the HBR background, and that is the H brush, and then the color window +1. Okay, next is the LP menu name, and this is null, and the class name, so LP is menu name, oh no, the class name is equal to L, because if you don't, you have to have the L because of the LPCWSTR. Yeah, you're gonna get this one if you don't take off the, if you don't leave the L. So yeah, so this is the, I'm gonna call it window class, and then that's it. Okay, so then we're gonna check if we can if it, you know, if it goes, if it registers successfully. So class X. Okay. So yeah, and then the end WC, which is the window class variable that we made, and we're gonna create a message box, and we're gonna display that and add the L register failed, something like that. And then the caption, don't forget the L is error, and then null. Okay, and then return 1. So if all this fails, it's gonna give us this message box, and that's useful. Okay, now let's create the window if everything goes well. So HWD create window, L the win class, the class name, then the title. You can name whatever you want. I'm gonna call this window test, and then the style is overlapped window, and then for the X and Y we're gonna use the default. So it's gonna use this for both. And then you could use a variable. You can use a variable, but just gonna, just put one. So I'm gonna put it 800 by, no, wait, no, it's not string. 800 by 600. And then null again, H instance, and null. Okay, good. And then check if the window handle, I'm guessing this is the window handle because of the H, but this HWND, if this fails, that's what we're going to check. So we're going to check if it fails. Hopefully it doesn't. So okay, and yeah, create a message box like we did last time. We can copy it and paste it because it's the same thing. Oh no, wait, no. Yeah, but except, we're gonna say window creation failed, error, return 1, done. And then we're going to show the window. Um, this method comes with Windows. Well, it comes with Windows because we didn't create it, so it comes with it. Just in case you're confused on where I got it. So I'll update window. And it's just using the WHND. I mean the HWND. And we're going to create a message object. And we're going to put here while get message and MSG no 0 0 no, not capital W, it's just W, lowercase. We're going to translate the message, and then I put that MSG, and then we're going to dispatch the message. And again with the MSG. And that's it for the win_main method. So we can save that. Now we have to add the callback. So result. Okay, so result callback win proc WND proc, which is this right here. The HWND, then the message, then wparam, lparam. Okay, so we're gonna get a switch. Not capital, but lowercase. And then we're gonna get a message. We're gonna pass in the message. Okay, so case, if we close it, so close, we send the close message, destroy window, so destroy the window. HWND, break, case, WM, destroy. If we send a destroy message, then we're going to post quit message 0. Then we can break, and then default def window proc, and then we're just gonna send everything in there because it's the same thing. So wparam, lparam, and done for the Windows CPP. Okay, so that's it for all this. This is done. So all the hard work is done. Now for the easy part, we're going to create a source file. Just create the source file, and then Oh, wait, before we do, oh yeah, so we have to create wait, we're not done yet, actually. Um, no, I'm just gonna add it here. Because, okay, it's okay. But no, I like to add this last, so this is going to be last. Okay, so void windows create view, and we don't need to pass anything. It's just the um, win main. So win main. We're gonna pass the no, to get the instance, it's going to be get module handle, and we're gonna pass in 0. That's how you get it. And the same for the previous, even though it's not used anymore. Handle again with the 0. Then we're going to get the command line. To get that, we have to pass in get command line. Okay, well, in order to fix this, you have to cast it as a LPSTR, and then it should be good. Yeah, so that gets rid of it. And then to get to put 1, what 1 does is there are codes, there are number codes, and what 1 does is just normal. It's just gonna pop up, and there's code. If you put 0, then it's gonna hide the window, and then you're gonna be confused on what happened. So yeah, there are number codes you can check on the Microsoft website, um, and it'll tell you all the different codes to what the command show does. This parameter right here. So yeah, so 1 is just to pop up normally, like it normally would, and 0 would hide it, and 3 would keep it minimized, and I forget the rest, but yeah. So to continue on, we have to include the Windows, not the Windows operating system header file, but the one that we just created. One thing we do have to add though is if you're using the um, wait, I forget. Let me see if I can remember it. Ah, yeah, okay. No, I had it right. No, don't add that. I forget. Okay, so then we're gonna get a pragma comment. Then, okay, so you're gonna put linker, then quotations, subsystem, Windows, and then entry capitalized, colon, main CRT startup. The CRTS is capitalized. And that's it. That is it. So yeah, that's so you can use the main this method right here instead of using the win main. So this wouldn't work along with the win main. There you would get an error. To check that out, we'll say, okay, so we're gonna comment this out, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So let's say I come in here, And I say, okay, so Windows, and then I'm gonna call it view. So then view dot create view, and then return 0. Okay. So if we run this, yes, I believe, yeah, you see, you have a wait, I believe this is not the the error I was talking about. What is wrong? Oh, you know, maybe it is the error I'm talking about. It's because let's see what happens um if we add this. I don't think it'll keep giving us that error, because I don't see anything wrong with that win proc. Okay, so if we run it, I don't. Must return a value. Line 16. Let's see. Let's see. Windows CPP 16. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So why isn't this working? What happened? Why is this not working? What happens if I put return 0? Then what? Maybe it'll work? Let's find out. Window creation failed. Okay, so we got an error. So maybe this did not. I mean, it did work. It didn't give us the error. But why not? Is my question. Ah, that's why. I forgot to put return here. Well, I guess I'm really blind. But anyway, so now let's test it to see what happens when, because it might actually give us an error. I think it will give us an error because okay, so I believe this will give us an error. I hope I'm not wrong. So well, I guess you don't have to necessarily, but it does give you this the console. It does give you the console. And in order to remove the console, you can add this. Sorry for looking very dumb. I'm sure I do. It's because I read somewhere as I was reading a tutorial that this that without the int main won't work, but I guess they're wrong. So yeah, so now if we run it without this commented, no thing, and now you can see that you can use the main method instead of using the win main. So now all you have to do is just add into your projects this file, and then you could create a window in a snap or in a couple seconds. So thank you for watching this tutorial, and have a nice day.